Hey, back again for some more Achievo soup. I sure am. Hero's Tale. The awkward middle child with growing pains trying to claw its way from the mess entered the Dragonfly left behind. To no avail. Another childhood game I still believe holds up quite well to this day. But wait, you say, there are no achievements for this game. Aye, that's where ye are wrong. Why am I a pirate? With RetroAchievements, anything is possible. It's a site where through some dark arts, you can earn achievements on games that normally don't have them. There is 3 types of achievements, in my opinion. The completionist, the miscellaneous, and the perfection achievements. Having been 7 achievements deep before deciding to restart and record it all, I already know what the weirdest achievements are gonna be. Exhibit A for Bizarre. Blink's minigames without firing. Don't ask. The others are pretty standard stuff. Minigame mastery, boss perfects, your usual completionist grind. This one is probably gonna suck the most. The Speedways expect perfection, but as someone who survived entered the Dragonfly's infamous time trials, I'm confident I can ace them all. Is it possible? Probably. But I won't lie, some of these achievements are asking for a lot. Alright, before we roll into the game, a quick public service announcement regarding the cutscenes. If I can't skip them, neither can you. The story kicks off with Gnasty Gnork, who is definitely not an imposter, no, having his goons plant these super evil, spooky crystals everywhere. Then in flies Red, who was absolutely not an inspiration for any of my future character designs, and who also grounds Gnasty to his room. Meanwhile, the professor is giving us a D- essay on Red.
I thought he was long gone. He's even got Gnasty Gnork and his minions doing all his dirty work.
Gnasty Gnork? Didn't I defeat that guy years ago?
He does manage to clarify our objective, though. Find a better essay on Red so we can locate him and deliver a good old-fashioned beatdown. You know, Spyro things.
Good luck, Spyro. Now I'll unlock that door so you can... Oh, Spyro.
Dragon Realms is essentially your standard tutorial level, packed with characters who just won't stop talking.
That seems excessively destructive. That seems kind of bad. Okay, it's cool.
Anyway, we collect gems. Unlike other Spyro games, you don't have to grab every single one for basic progression. Here, they're more like currency. However, there is an achievement for buying everything in the game, so you're still gonna need a lot of them. Our first task? Go buy a lockpick from, Moneybags, and unlock that gate.
Small dark holes. Not a problem for me, Spyro.
Who gave Sparx a voice actor? That explains what started the trend, at least. Next up, we encounter Ember. Girl, you're a little too close to those tentacle monsters. Or, you know, maybe they're better company than Spyro. I don't know. Anyway, she wants us to destroy this dark gem so she can craft an engagement ring to propose to Cinder with. However, we don't know how yet. And unfortunately, our exploration gets us trapped in baby jail. Fortunately, Elder Thomas is also trapped in baby jail with us, and is totally willing to tell us about Red, but...
I'm old, and I take a really long time to tell stories. So, how about I just tell you how to destroy the dark gems instead?
F-. You didn't even tell the class about the actual subject. Regardless, we pop our first achievement here. Use your head. Speaking of achievements, this is the perfect time to tell you about the 3 main types of collectibles we'll need for completionist. Dark gems. These are crucial to smash in order to progress through levels, as they fix platforms and open new passages. There are 10 in each realm, and destroying them all is required to enter the boss of the area. You can't beat the game without them. Well, unless you're a speedrunner. Light gems. These act more like traditional collectibles. They're used to activate certain power-ups and unlock specific doors. Keep an ear out, because they have a unique sound that signals when they're nearby. Dragon eggs. These are pretty similar to light gems, but mainly unlock bonus content. With one exception, they're not required to beat the game, but they are essential for 100%. After smashing our first dark gem, we head outside and meet up with our main man Hunter. He'll help us open the gate, but only if we go on a trek to get a dragon egg. Now you could go the long way around and grab the egg like a normal person, or you could do it backwards with a secret speedrunner trick. There's a very infamous glitch that absolutely tears this game wide open. I'm not entirely sure if its official name... wait... wall grinding? Huh. Normally if you charge against a wall, you'll either slide off or just bonk. But if you do it on a specific kind of wall and don't touch the control stick after charging, you'll instead fall a little slower on the wall and be able to double jump again. The timing can be a bit tricky though. Charge too early and you'll horn dive. Charge too late and you'll lose too much altitude. But once you get the rhythm down, you can go pretty much anywhere, even out of bounds. Now I don't use this glitch as much as I normally would, fearing that RetroAchievements will somehow know and strike me down for daring to glitch the game. But I just wanted to get this out of the way now, so you know what I'm doing if you see me charging against random walls. Okay, so we grab the egg, Hunter opens the door, and we meet up with the professor again in his fancy new gadget. Unfortunately, we haven't met the light gem requirement yet, so we schmoove on.
Stop, thief! Stop right there!
Red alert. Nana guy alert. Red. So, what do we do now? We could go around lockpicking these chests with keys from the shop. This is incredibly annoying until we save enough to buy the keychain, but for some reason, I still do it. Another area, smash the gem, get the stuff. Oh, and Sergeant Byrd is here. Wonderful. Welcome to the Speedway. 'Cause you ain't ever leaving this place until your world record ready, right? First things first, we need to complete both the easy and hard mode variants in any way we choose. Doing this nabs us the dragon egg and light gem respectively, and it's a prerequisite before we can even think about the time trial achievement. By the way, this particular time is about 8 seconds or so off the world record, so in this specific run, scuffed AF. Yay! Here's the breakdown of the route. Taking off, we immediately shoot both this guy and the condor, move up a bit to take out the next tower guy, then it's a quick spin to eliminate the next 3 targets on the ground, the 2 near the wall and another condor for good measure. We dip down to take out both condors circling the pillar, then we enter the arch, swoop around to shoot this rock for the fuel tank, and boost down the path, destroying everything in our way. After taking down these 4 targets, we boost towards the next 2 arches. Dip down and make a sharp turn for this ring, then follow the ring path, taking a small detour to swing around and grab the middle one, then finally the last 2 arches. And if your flight lines were clean enough, and your run wasn't too scuffed, you'll snag the achievement.
I ought to get another stripe for that one, eh?
With the Speedway behind us, we have more pressing matters to attend to, like charging this totally inconspicuous wall and finding the professor's secret lab entrance, and his not-so-secret exit. It's a secret to everyone. Next, we decide to head back to where Ember was. Now with our new abilities, we can head smash that dark gem, gaining access to the next level. She gives us a solemn warning. Entering this new area will cause her to permanently despawn, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Alright, get all your ogre puns out. Chuck 'em. You done? Good. Welcome to Crocovile Swamp, our first real level. After enduring Moneybags' rambles about tariffs or whatever, we begin our ascent up the perilous pyramid. We need to glide over to the cannon to blow some things up, then climb right back up again. You might spot the gem multiplier sometimes. It's a temporary power-up you can buy to double your gem output for a limited time. There are some spectacular places to use it later, but here, not so much. Still, I managed to turn a small profit in this instance, anything to get Sparx' keychain a little sooner. After smashing this dark gem, we head down to Spider Town, USA, for a light gem and a tank egg. By the way, these spiders are weird. Some will shoot you on sight, Some rush you, while others just sit there, waiting. Oh, you'll learn to despise these things later, just you wait. Heading back, we snatch that chest and make our way down to the Forgotten Temple, which features incredibly simple puzzles for our dumb lizard brain. I always found this ambush here to be weirdly pointless. Like, yeah, you could fight your way back, or, you know, die and respawn at the checkpoint. After becoming the #1 best-selling weed killer, we bonk a suspiciously colored wall tile for a gem. Then we go a roundabout way to grab another gem, then decide to free, Blink.
Blink the mole. A mole, huh? Do you know the professor?
What? You think 'cause I'm a mole, I must know every other mole in the world?
Apparently this surface-fearing twink is the professor's nephew, and he wants to subject us to a cruel and unusual achievement. There is no escape. Blink's playstyle differs to Spyro's by quite a margin. He's got these nifty laser gloves that can pick off enemies from afar, and his main objective is to destroy either 5 or 10 dark gems, depending on the difficulty. He can't break them on his own though. He relies on pill bombs to do the heavy lifting, but first and foremost, he's a sniper. So it's kind of messed up when this achievement comes out of nowhere. So, without our projectiles, what are we? Well, Blink can still ground pound and shoulder check enemies, but those pill bombs are definitely our main workhorse for most situations. Get used to how throwing works. The longer you hold the button, the farther it'll fly. You can throw mid-jump too. If you hold it just after a running jump, then double jump, you can lob it the farthest. Oh, and remember what I said about those spiders? Any enemy with their own projectiles in Blink's minigames are just complete and utter nightmares to contend with. Some of their placements are awkward as hell without your laser. I'd advise lobbing grenades at them more often than not, as they're surprisingly tanky, taking 3 shoulder checks to kill. However, ground pounding them right on top one-shots them. After grabbing the egg from easy mode, we're ready to crack this achievement. First, dig out of the starting room, all the while repressing that deep primal urge to press the fire button. Blow the door and the gem. Then wall jump up here, immediately deal with the spider and toss a grenade for the next gem. Jump for it before the spider spawner ruins your day. Toss a grenade at the top spider. I'm pretty sure it's fine if you miss. I don't recall it ever messing with the wall jump. There are 2 spiders in this next room that will shoot you, so just make a max toss to blow this one up and make your way up to the top room. This next bit looks a little awkward at first. Take out the dogs, get health if needed. Yeah, these 2 will definitely shoot you down if you even think about it, so just lob a grenade. Heading into the next room, you'll see a wide open lake. Take a leap of faith to this small platform, then make your way to the last one. Don't worry, it's still out of range of this spider, which we'll take out by a max throw from the edge. The next one will shoot you, so another grenade. The one at the top of this wall jump is awkward though. It will also shoot at you, so either take the hit or jump off, and then climb back up and fisticuff it. Then go up here and make a sketchy jump for this gem. I was really afraid of this final guy, but fortunately he can't see you over here, so we just bombs away, earning the achievement Naturalist. See, it wasn't that bad. The other ones can't possibly be worse than that, right? Right? We're heading down to the Elder's Tree to free this flamboyant old guy from house arrest. What exactly did he do anyway? Spyro's wondering if his presentation on Red is gonna be any better than the last one we got.
How much time do you have, sweetheart? Red was part of the Order of Dragon Elders until his jealousy and hunger for power led him to try and overthrow our leader.
I'd say it's more like a B. Despite the confidential details, it is much better than the professor's D-, so I'll take it. We also learned the pulse spin. Whoa, don't show me that, man! Ugh, somebody come get him. He's dancing like a... The shinies are calling, so we quickly grab both the light gem and the flame egg before backtracking to these poles. Using our ability, we head up here to go get the Blink egg in this crumbling cave before heading over to Blink again and up to Spider Town, USA to break the next dark gem.
No thank you, stranger. Whatever you're selling, I ain't a buying. Now maybe you can help me out. These dang swamp critters keep running off with my food.
So, this frogman has some pest issues that we, being the #1 weed killer around, apparently have to solve for him.
I'd do it myself, but the smell of gunpowder makes me...
The tank minigames are pretty simplistic. Hold the fire button, aim at the bad guys, profit. If you're like me and know the patterns, it's a piece of cake. But even if you don't, this one is still incredibly easy, so much so that I won't bore you with a step-by-step for the perfection run. The only real tip I have for all tank minigames is to take down enemies as fast as possible, especially for the bats. Get the drop on them. So, take aim and nice shooting, Tex. After grabbing this final gem, that's officially the last thing we can do here in Crocovile Swamp. So with that, we're schmoovin' back to the hub. After opening some chests we initially missed, we have more than enough light gems to unlock the ball gadget and its accompanying achievement, Dragon Ball S.
Alright, Spyro, this ball gadget is ready to roll! Did you hear that? I just made a joke.
The ball gadget for now feels like an unstoppable force. Can I be real with you for a moment? This whole level feels like a liminal space to me. For some reason, it just feels like there was meant to be more here, but there isn't. It's really strange. Also a quick observation, but this exit prompt here always confused me for a bit. Dragonfly Falls is the most complicated level we've encountered so far, with its twisting paths and stricter platforming. First things first, we immediately turn around to open a hidden chest, then head through here for a dark gem and an ember egg. As we make our way through the steep canyon, we effectively extinguish a small set of enemies that, interestingly, don't appear anywhere else in the game. After that, we complete a small puzzle to grab the next light gem. Then we come up to a crossroads. I believe the other path leads to a dead end at the moment, so we head over here to another dark gem. The smashing of it leads to unsliming the cannon, allowing us to blast the other one down. After failing to shoot condors for about a minute, we finally head over to their oversized nest for a Sparx egg. Okay, now up here is something different. It's the first of many gem doors. This one costing 70 light gems means you're normally meant to come back much later in the game. Normally I just fall through this wooden board with a terrible hitbox to do the swim in air glitch and bypass the gate entirely, but considering there are achievements tied to opening all of these doors, I'm just going to move on for now. Yada yada, another dark gem down, another totally secret light gem hidden behind the wall in the water. Keep an eye out for those. Sparx time!
So you want me to go in there and do it for you?
I'd like to say the Sparx minigames are the easiest to perfect, but even they can get a bit hectic at times. There isn't too much difference between easy and hard mode, except for less ammunition and maybe a few more spiders. The biggest difference, though, are these chameleons on the floor, which are 100% guaranteed to hit you if you cross their path. Those chameleons and the spiders who shoot at you should be your top priority to take out. The other smaller bugs can be mostly ignored. The most dangerous part of these levels is probably the falling boulders. They're quite obnoxious, and the only strat I improved from the short time attempting the achievement was hanging to the side to boost through it. Speaking of boosting, to get the most out of it, you can use a speedrunning trick. Mash the boost button instead of holding it. This conserves more stamina than normal. It's not necessary by any means, and I honestly forgot this trick even existed for most of my playthrough, but it is what it is. I suggest saving your bomb for one of the 2 spider rooms. Also, I think the otherwise useless missiles have a better hit rate for the chameleons and spiders, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, after a quick stroll, we snag the achievement, Cave in, Cave out. Passing another bat tunnel and entering Tropical Cove, we glide towards the platform I always phase through in casual runs, to grab the next Sparx egg. We collect a gem and a chest before heading over to Hunter.
Hey, Spyro, it's good to see you again. See this cave behind me? Well, it looks like you're not gonna fit through there.
Wow, very body positive of you, Hunter. Hunter is definitely more vertically inclined than Spyro, and maybe even horizontally too. He's got his bow, of course, and fire arrows, which are limited and used for breaking walls and strong chests. I actually have no idea if you can softlock yourself by wasting them. He can also shoulder check enemies. You know, his playstyle actually seems kind of familiar. Anyway, this section is essentially a slightly treacherous tutorial for Hunter's playstyle. It's a loop mostly filled with loot and one light gem at the end, before exiting back to Spyro. A quick jaunt, really.
So, Hunter, are you done being awesome yet?
Now we come to another wide open section with a dark gem and a light gem. Normally you're supposed to come back with the wall jump upgrade to get that light gem, but I was feeling particularly lazy that day, so I just wall grinded up there instead. Hop on the moving platform, or just wall grind up there, to smash the last dark gem of the realm, letting us loop back around. Anyway, we're done here for now. After destroying all the dark gems, the sky is no longer purple. Aww. Also, Flame is free now.
Ugh, this place stinks.
We take a leisurely stroll down this totally stable bridge towards Gnasty Gnork. But it turns out the bridge was, in fact, totally unstable, and we barely make it across. However, it seems Gnasty has some kind of brain damage and can't recall Spyro defeating him in the first game.
You did? Really? I don't remember that at all. Man, I guess it really has been a while.
So, are we gonna do this thing or what?
Oh boy. Sure, Blink's minigame was weird, and Sergeant Byrd's was a strict time trial, but this is our first Troublemaker achievement. And of course, it's a hitless one. Why wouldn't it be? This achievement is mostly about knowing Gnasty's patterns and how to dodge them. Being very familiar with this boss, I probably didn't have as much difficulty with this part as some others did. However, I did still have some issues. First things first, save the game, unless you want to watch the unskippable cutscene before every attempt. Jump over the initial shockwave and flame him. Then, perform a double jump glide to dodge 3 shockwaves this time. This wind shockwave thing looks scary, but double jumping forward a bit to the side usually misses them. Another 3 hits, then a shockwave with wind tornadoes, which is actually easier than the previous.
Stupid! You beat me!
We obviously didn't. I have no idea why the bosses claim that each time we beat a phase. After another trio smash, Gnasty hits the ground, summoning falling rocks. Now, this is probably the worst part of the fight. I'm seeing a trend here. I'm not sure if I can entirely recall how to dodge them, but I believe you should head towards the center, but not too close to Gnasty, to dodge the first rock centering towards your location, then quickly head towards the outer rim. Don't worry about falling off, there's a force field holding you inside. Get ready to jump after his third laugh. Same thing again, but with tornadoes at the end. Then again, with the tornado shockwave. What?
Come on, you want a piece of this?
Okay, now we gotta finish this. Another volley of shockwaves. Charge now. Stay as far away from him as possible, and remember to glide after your double jump. There's electricity in the shockwaves now. Another barrage, and what's next is important. Single jump, then charge mid-air to dodge the lightning. Okay, final hit time. Another volley, double jump glide over all these lightning balls on the floor. Do not dive. And with that, we both unlock. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? For defeating him, and Gnasty learned nothing for doing it hitless.
No! That stinks.
Anyway, this fairy who took way too much gamer fuel, not sponsored, gives us electric breath as a reward for freeing her.
Wow, these this breath even stronger than my fire breath?
Yes and no. Fire is quicker, though some enemies are immune to it. However, electric breath has the longest range in the game, and is quite useful for stunning enemies long enough to take them out. It is also essential for activating amps like these, so we can escape from the cave and back into the sunshine. Since beating the tar out of Gnasty, the professor's slightly too large teleporter is working again, and we can leave this mortal plane for another one.
Yeah, and Moneybag's teleporter is smaller.
Moneybag's teleporter is smaller.
Red isn't exactly pleased to hear about our perfect run on the first boss.
Your master was a useless lump of dragon dung.
Oh, as for you, this is the first and last time you will bring me bad news.
Oh, come on. All good evil masterminds know not to slay the messenger. Anyway, Red has hired Ursula to assassinate us, but we'll worry about this later.
Yeah, right. Like being sucked down a giant drain.
Matter transportation is still in its relatively early stage.
Same quest as before. Smash the dark gems, talk to the elder, blah blah blah. Coastal Remains has quite a few branching paths, some converging into one another and others leading into dead ends with goodies in tow. Starting with the top left path, I'll glide across Piranha Lake to grab the Byrd egg. Now heading back, we'll take the lower left path. Here a dude wants us to fill his pool for him.
Dude, that'd be... Oh, dude!
Just say no.
We could just wall grind to get the light gem out in the open, but the dude gives us one for completing his poolside quest anyway, so we'll do that. Next up, we're going to pole dance on the water wheel until it does its thing, filling the pool. It's not enough to fully satisfy Dude Man, but it's enough for us to get to the next area without needing to wall grind. Heading into Waterfall Walkway, Oh, hey Blink, what a pleasant surprise.
You know I love it down there.
You sure do. Yay. Alright, you know the drill. Beat easy mode, then, well, is this harder than the first one? In some ways, yes. But it's still mostly about platforming and carefulness in between everyone shooting at you. Head down for the pill bombs, but be careful of this spider. He'll shoot webs at you. Take out this gem, then head up for the next one. Heading into the aquifer, go up. Using the first person view, you can chuck a pill down here for the gem. Now it's time for arguably the hardest part of this run. These two dorks will shoot at you. You've got to bait them into shooting, then book it onto the platform. It's okay if they hit you, just not if they Castlevania you into the pit or something. After you're done, you can just jump down here, but be careful not to fall into the water, as it could be a bit strange doing this at times. Go through here and bomb the bridge down. These two spiders are hella aggressive, by the way. They shoot and run after you quickly if you get near them. There are two spiders down there, and one on the ledge, all of whom will also shoot at you. You can chuck a bomb over here to try and snipe one, otherwise get in there and take them out. If you're having dying issues, you can buy the Sparx health upgrade or the butterfly jar to refill your health when you lose Sparx. Bomb the wall, take out both of them, and be careful of their shots. Head over here and toss a pill, and that's it, making a splash for the perfect run. After smashing this dark gem, we find another water wheel. Platform dancing is a bit harder than pole dancing, but we get it done, filling the pool for later rewards. Yeah, these annoying archer enemies are becoming more common now. Despite that, we finished the puzzle and grabbed the next blink egg. Heading down the path behind old moneybags, there's a big open beach with a light gem and a broken tower in the corner, and a dark gem on the other corner, unlocking the next level, which we'll ignore for now. Why? I don't know. That's just how things are done in my household. On the way back, we nab both of the pool's light gems.
Thanks, dude.
Back at spawn, we head near Moneybags. Don't open this chest, by the way. It's nothing but less gems than the key is worth. This big shell leads us to a crossroads. Yay! After trying to remember where to go first, I head towards another one of those gem doors. However, this time we have enough light gems to open it, unlocking the achievement. I was promised Atlantis. It's just a room where everyone shoots you. Wait, is this the first time we've had an egg thief to chase? These are kind of annoying when they're competent, but most of them have the issue of not being able to decide where to go, leaving them easy pickings for Spyro. There's a light gem in the back as well. Knowing the mud tunnel is in fact the correct way to go, I went the other way and end up in this room. This egg is one of the worst collectibles to obtain in the game. It's just that these poles have garbage hit detection. I quickly gave up and decided to wall grind up there for it, but it's not any easier. Moving on, we end up near a dark gem on a cliff on a beach. This is actually where the big tunnel near spawn leads to, but we couldn't do much from there. Well, at least not without wall grinding. There's a floating light gem above a water wheel we can't get yet, so we ignore it and hop across the platforms for a dragon egg.
My hatchlings can't seem to get into the water. And naturally, with me being a turtle, I want my newborn children to be able to go into the ocean unsupervised.
Why is everyone a lunatic in this game? Seriously. Alright, Tank 2. This one's a lot more hectic than the first, but the same general strategies still apply. You should focus on the condors more than the crabs, but don't forget about them. The only real advice I can give you is, try not to let anyone grab the turtles. Wow, what a shocker. Not because they'll instantly die from it, they have to be dragged off screen for that, but because the completion bar is based on when they enter the water, not based on enemy kills like the last one. So, getting grabbed equals more time taken to beat the run. Can't tell you anything else other than get good. If you can hold out long enough, you'll get shell-shocked. Looping back to spawn, I finally had enough gems to buy the Horn Dive upgrade. It just makes the shockwave bigger. Is it useful? Needed? Not really, but I got it anyway. The mud path is really the only place we haven't explored yet. We come up to another light gem we could wall grind for, but I felt generous that day, so I was a good sport and did it the developer intended way. Ba-bing! Heading on to Domain Doorstep, we take a slight detour to complete this puzzle for a light gem. These shell platforms are kinda strict, but you could, you know, zap the platforms while you're jumping on it to cheese the puzzle. Now we're ready to ride the loading screen, lift up to Cloudy Domain. Cloudy Domain feels more like a platforming check than anything else. Some of the jumps are quite perilous. After grabbing the chest gem, we head in here to horn dive the button and ram the switch. Then I decide to head back and travel the left path. Why? I don't know. Another chest with a dragon egg past the shooty guy. Oh no! Not waiting for platforms to come back to you, what will we ever do? We loop around for the gem and, well, return from the detour to what we were doing. Most of these enemies are more about blocking your glide. The Electric's Breath range comes in handy, but it can be awkward with how long it takes to defeat enemies. Anyway, Dark Gem Break, and a free light gem for finding the Elder's homestead.
I hear you... What? Excuse me? Oh, it's nothing. I hear you've been quite inquisitive about Red.
Yeah, but it seems no one can write a good essay about him.
About Jim? I don't know any Jim. He and I used to be friends until he turned evil. Then we drifted apart. You know how it is. Like ships in the sky.
Meh, see. Too biased. Anyway, Titan teaches us the wing shield, giving us the achievement.
Do you like origami?
Despite reflecting some enemy attacks and being able to headbang to the OST, the wing shield is pretty underutilized. It does make one of the third boss's attacks trivial, but you'll soon see how useless that is to us mastering the set. After that, we head out his back door and grab the egg. Testing our new power-up on these idiots. Looping around for the light gem, there's another collectible around the homestead, but it's locked behind a reinforced wall we don't have an invention for yet. so we backtrack to the start of the level and take the right path this time. After dealing with more balloon bozos, we take a short detour to a small platforming challenge featuring more idiots and far-spaced blueberry crepes, which disappear shortly after you touch them, gaining us another light gem at the end. Grabbing the obvious bird egg underneath the next platform, we then get to travel on these slowly rotating platforms. Yay! Getting to the halfway house rewards us with an egg thief and thus another dragon egg. Then another stretch of waiting. Another day, another dark gem. Look who's here at the tallest tower. Why, it's Sergeant Byrd, of course.
Oh, last! We're really high up, aren't we?
If I had to pick the hardest speedway in the game, this might be top contender. There are a lot of parts you need to piece together, and your flight lines are absolutely critical. They'll make or break your attempts. Also, the targets shoot at you now for some reason. Like every other enemy with a projectile, they're obnoxious. But luckily you can take a few hits and still snag the achievement. Out of the starting gate, drop a bomb on the target below the start. Then, aim to shoot the 3 condors on your way to the fuel in the central engine room. If you can grab a 4th condor, that's great, but don't go out your way for it. Next, boost into the tunnel, taking a quick detour out of the first break to grab the arch, and take out 3 more condors. Follow the outside of the tunnel, past the arch, and take out the next target. Then enter the next tunnel break and backtrack through the mist rings. Looping around to the final ring, we dive low, careful not to get spanked by the fan blades while bombing the next target. After micromanaging our flight lines, we take the next 2 arches and head towards the wing to take out the leftmost condor, ignoring the other. Fly up and take out the 2 targets, grab the arch and fuel, and dip back down for the last condor. Through the next arch, you'll start on the balloonists. Take out these first 2 as you head to another arch and target. After blasting those 2, head up to the final arch, then clear out the remaining balloon Gnorks before shooting straight up to take out this target. Then head over to the top of this building and panic while being thrashed around horribly. Still managing to flounder my way into destroying the last target, nabbing the achievement. How's this for flightless? Ignoring the inaccessible light gem, we glide down to the dark gem, immediately unlocking the ball gadget for this area. What follows is essentially a timed obstacle course. Honestly, my biggest screw up was totally forgetting about the boost, annoyingly losing the first attempt. It literally lets you leap over most obstacles, and the hard run just takes you on a detour. We're snagging both rewards in here, then we're out. We'll teleport back to Waterfall Walkway in the hub, ready to smash that glowing stained glass orb and dive into the next level. Sunken Ruins is essentially one big loop. The first chest you'll find only contains electric ball ammunition, which is actually quite useful. It's arguably the best fireball type in the game because it splits into multiple arcs and homes in on enemies. After passing the Atlantean entryway, we'll do a bit of cave diving. Don't forget to turn around to grab an ember egg after surfacing. Smashing the dark gem unlocks a small fan challenge. Complete this to earn yet another ember egg and a light gem. Man, this place is just packed with chests.
Hello, sea fish dragon, fishy dragon guy.
Chicks.
Luckily, we've got this expert cave diver who sets up a completely pointless diving line for us. Thanks, I guess. Right in front of this cathedral-looking window, we'll find a new professor gadget, Invincibility. And we actually have enough light gems this time, so we earned the Can't Touch Me achievement.
The gadget is active. Enjoy your invincibility.
Alright, now that we're invincible, we can finally dive into that Mountain Dew without our teeth dissolving. We'll end up inside the cathedral to grab the next light gem, which conveniently opens the window and sets us free.
This looks like a job for Sparx. Hooray!
Oh, you beat easy mode without getting hit? Fantastic, because hard mode is the exact same thing, except for no ammo, no stamina refills, and like 2 chameleons I didn't even know existed until I scrubbed through my footage. My advice? Take it slow. Also, you can hold Sparx at the crushers, though it takes stamina for some reason. I'd use your only bomb for the 5 spider room as it'll clear everything out. Even with some dumb errors on my part, it only took like a few tries to finally earn outlandishly outstanding.
I'm so good, this game should be called Sparx the Dragonfly.
Boo! You stink!
There's a red-hot wall jump here we can't officially use yet, but being lazy and wanting to avoid backtracking, I decided to wall grind up there to get the flame egg early, and I continue on to another egg chest, and jumps over fish statues shooting at me for another easy light gem. Entering a sort of puzzle room. Now, wall grinding can just easily defeat the purpose of this whole swim to the other side, hit this switch, and come back business for the dark gem. But again, I chose to play by the rules and do it the intended way. And don't forget the chest at the top of the other room. Heading into Toxic Rise, we find the source of the Mountain Dew. Using the convenience of wall grinding, we get the chest and hit the switches to raise the final dark gem of the realm, ripe for the picking. Unlocking the final chest near the end gains us even the Ruined Sink for 100%ing Sunken Ruins. Hitting the last switch completes the loop entirely, and we head back to the hub in order to unpurple guy the sky and head into the boss's lair.
Ah, you must be Spyro. You're larger than I expected.
Huh? Normally people I fight say I'm smaller than they expected.
Alright, so Ursula's clearly gone full pro gamer and doesn't leave the house enough to know how big Spyro should be. Or... And all that Mountain Dew has made her seriously ill, so we're practicing extreme social distancing. This bench really pissed me off. Not even for the right reasons either. It's not difficult, it's just an infuriating time sink. Dodge vomit, charge from projectiles, jump lasers, hit the garter. A boring slog.
I can't believe I was defeated by someone as small.
This shit is so simple, I'm not even going to go step by step. Don't bother dodging the lasers. Stand on top of the totems. You'll know when to jump off. The large booger might hit if you undercharge, but it's still easy.
Ah! I can't believe I was defeated yet again by someone so small.
This is where things go stupidly obnoxious, and where most of my restarts began. This stupid double-decker totem pole. It's already awkward enough to jump on these things, but here you need a bit of luck to guess which platform is the taller one, and pray its top laser isn't aimed right at you when you jump. Only use your double jump, and whatever you do, don't overcorrect. It's incredibly easy to slide off into the lasers and totally panic. And guess what? This lovely scenario happens on the final hit, by the way. I would have gotten this first try if it weren't for that. And then you're stuck spending like 10 minutes just getting back to that last phase to try again. Thankfully, RetroAchievements allows for fast forward time powers, but you still have to, like, actually pay attention and stuff. Keep going, get lucky, pause to quell the shaking, and finally put that bench to bed, earning the bigger they are for beating the boss, and bigger isn't always better for doing it hitless.
Oh! Ah! No! What happened? I can't believe I was defeated by a pygmy pipsqueak so tiny I couldn't even see him with a microscope!
Okay, see, now you're just overacting.
The fairy chick blesses us with the weakest breath type. You basically just needed to activate water wheels, and that's really it. Sure, it can kill some basic enemies in the final world, but beyond that, it's pretty useless except for a few obscure cases. Before we bail entirely, I decide to head down to the beach and use our new water spitting power to grab the last collectible in Coastal Remains, earning Coast to Coast with Dragon Ghost. Then it's off to the teleporter. Red's past being surprised. Honestly, he never should have trusted a toxic gamer girl to take out a Chad.
I cannot believe this. What is going on around here? He'll be on his way here looking for me soon.
So, naturally, he decides he has to become the third boss, abandoning the poor lumbering mammoth he threatened with extinction just to take out Spyro.
If you let me down, you know what will happen.
It's cold. The Elder's in another castle. Blah blah blah. Red couldn't possibly be behind this dark gem force field. Oh no.
The area behind me is protected by a very clever security system that, may I add, I personally designed myself.
Very clever security system, my ass. It's just a time zap the switches challenge.
I must fly now.
You should see Sergeant Byrd about a jetpack. Or maybe Moneybags has one.
After an it's so difficult puzzle, we get another light gem and head down to hear about Phil being a no-good husband. So now we have to be chivalrous and do it for her. And by doing it, I mean multiple counts of homicide. This might be the hardest tank minigame to complete damageless. While chaotic, it's still manageable. To minimize attacks, you should take out enemies in the order they appear. If you fall behind, it's possible to parry projectiles. Though spears are challenging due to their narrow hitboxes. This makes moles a top priority, but don't neglect the yetis. Using your radar and ears is also a good option, as you can hear moles spawn and yetis attack. Yet again, get good, and above all else, get the drop on them before they can act, and you'll get explosive results.
You can go back if you want. I'm staying here.
Typical. Before heading back to spawn, remember this area with the dark gem and the ice climber hideout, which contains a flame egg. I often forget these in casual playthroughs and end up backtracking. Oh yeah, the ice is also kinda annoying. You can't charge on it. Kinda like 100 fights, to be honest. The only other path available right now leads us into a large open area. Here, we smash a dark gem to unlock Blink.
Was it not your sin trapped the unicorn? Even now, the evil seed of what you've done germinates within you.
This level. This f***ing level. I like the Blink achievements. I found the last two to be fantastic. It's an interesting and fun way to play those two. But this one, oh my god. Alright, we'll start this one from the top. Go down the boulder path, and now we are at a crossroads. Do not go up here yet, because if you dare do things not in the order the game developers intended you to do, you will suffer for it greatly. Don't you just love it when the game bugs out at the end of a hard achievement? No, not even updating the legit PS2 helps. All updating did was this. Go down here, shoulder check everyone to death, get the gem up there, and in here, get out, go back to the lobby, now we climb up here, use your bombs to take out the gem, the wall, and the rightmost tendril. Time to jump when the axe is falling towards you and get over here. Now, the problem. The monkey bars. Okay, I had a whole rant about this section detailing the horrors and such, but apparently there is a far better and more consistent way to get past this garbage. After the target, sprint at the monkey bars and jump at the last edge of the geometry. Then book it in the straightest line possible, like a speedway. Think precise flight lines. If you have to adjust, use the camera to angle yourself while moving. If you're fast enough, the grubs miss every single shot. If not, you'll still dodge the first two volleys, but then it's back to my old method of moving forward a bit, then backwards to miss the shots. The nightmare is over. Now you are legally obligated to not die. Get the gem, go through the wall, blow up this wall, shoulder check these abominations that tormented you so much, blow up the metal balls, and take your time taking out these moles. Get the gem up here. Bash some other moles down here, being careful. Don't forget this gem in the middle. Bash the skeletons, bomb the Yeti cause it's safer, and the gem. These barrels look hard to dodge, but they really aren't. Now get up there and claim that damn achievement. Then take a breather and beat the shit out of Blink. After climbing up, we hit another split path. Naturally, we go left, a small detour that holds another indecisive egg thief and a light gem at the end. Then it's back the other way, towards Icy Camp. There are a bunch of things we supposedly can't grab yet, so we just take a casual stroll, completely oblivious to the trap lying in wait.
You must be Spyro the Dragon. Red, tell me to stop you.
This non-talkative ruffian frankly doesn't care to listen to us rattle on about boss strategies, so he just wipes out the entire party. Honestly, I'm not sure what's worse. Traumatized by being the protagonist of a vorfic, Sparx flees approximately 5 feet away to cry to Hunter about the mammoth being mean to them.
Oh no! They got Spyro? We have to rescue him before it's too late!
But what if it's already too late?
Relax, buddy. Spyro's still alive. I know, because if he weren't, we'd be going back to a previous save. I rock.
Oh, spooky. A point of no return level. Well, looks like we're stuck here till we find our way out.
Hey, it's not my old pal, Hunter.
Why aren't you British? This is not my Bentley. Or he really let himself go. Either way, he is apparently a complete pushover and has been evicted from his home by squatters. And with their 30-day notice expired, we must now remove them. No, we don't have a choice either.
Friends don't go back on promises.
Just a quick romp through the house, genocide routing everyone in the cave, and grabbing this ember egg. Why do you have this in your house? And why does this fridge say Georgia bum? And Bentley, you kind of have a gas leak in your... You know what? I think I'm making things worse. I'm gonna leave. As a reward, we get another light gem to feed the professor's power addiction.
If you don't like it, you can return it.
Sheesh, you're touchy. Let's get out of here. Don't worry about running out of keys. There are more than enough on the field despite the lack of shops down here. We entered this combat arena, which summons a necromancer after getting the light gem, resulting in us being trapped until we fight our way out of the skeletons. Okay then. Another chest egg, and I always thought these looked like severed army commander shoulders. Anyway, I hope you've been saving your fire arrows, because you need to break down this wall for an ember egg. A long way down the path, we blast down a ribcage for a light gem next to the skeleton. A short hop below a spine grants us another egg, after which we take an intentional death for convenience. After a close call with bats, we stressfully navigate to another section featuring more spines and challenging jumps. Another light gem behind this guy and a free flame egg as a reward.
Spyro always used to send me into cracks like this.
Is this harder than the other two? I don't really think so. I mean, there are no falling rocks or crushers, just a lot of enemy spam in a long corridor. Sure, it can get a bit awkward at times, and sometimes the smaller bugs can block your shots from more important enemies. Other than that, this might actually be the easiest one. Oh, just be a little careful of the Yetis, I guess. They have a pretty large range, but honestly, they shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just do the thing, and you'll stay frosty.
It was good fun.
Another wide open area. First we'll hop onto this platform, then over here for a light gem. After that I just fall off because honestly I'm too lazy to go back. Then I use my fast forward superpowers to zip up here, hit the target, and then head back up for the light gem. After that we grab another for clearing the glacier entirely, earning cool for cats for our troubles. Soon we must say farewell forever to our main man, as we find our damsel in distress locked up like Princess Peach.
Just hang in there, buddy. Ah,
very funny.
After a moment of absent-mindedness, Hunter shoots the lock. Can you even break that with an arrow? Despite being thankful, Spyro really doesn't want Hunter's section of the game to stretch out any longer, so he basically tells him to get lost, and Hunter just jumps right out of the game entirely. But hey, it's not like we need him anymore. We're totally smart enough, see? Welcome to the Ice Citadel. It's a big, convoluted loop, but you never know it just by playing. This first chest doesn't hold anything we need. We're heading into the cool courtyard. These names are getting pretty lame, not gonna lie. Starting on the floor, we'll flame this furnace in the back, which spits out a floating light gem for our pleasure. We have to light all of these for a light gem quest anyway, but quite a few, like this one, gives us extras. Heading up here, we take out this annoying try-hard archer, ride the lift for another gem, and then water wheel the door open. Another furnace, and hey, a suspiciously well-hidden crack in the wall, which leads us to a chest with a flame egg. Oh, a spooky dead-end dark gem. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Oh, it went wrong.
Free at last, Spyro. Oh, thank you. I have been trapped here since Red returned from exile.
What's with all the markings on the walls then? It's only been like a few days.
Someplace to go, have you?
He teaches us the final Elder power-up, the wall kick, letting us finally use those inconspicuous walls, but it's not like I ever needed it with my skill set at this point.
None of your ADD.
Anyway, we get the achievement Bing Bing Wahoo. I'd say this place would be cozy if not for the rodents and bugs. Let's get out of here. Another light gem chest. Yay! Heading over to Supercharged Central, we have more than enough to unlock the professor's final gadget, the Supercharge, earning us charged up.
Here we go, Spyro. The Supercharge gadget is now available.
Basically, Spyro can now coat himself in glow powder to bash through steel walls and crates. Neat. We can also use it to fight against the down current of Mountain Dew to smash a dark gem and nab an ember egg.
Still soldiering on, old chap, eh? A little RAF humor for you. Well, shall I attack the enemy? Or is this just a drill?
I found this one a little easier to learn than the previous one. The level itself is kinda compact, and everything is in one place for the most part. Start by flying through 2 arches, eliminating the Yeti. Grab the fuel while taking out the 2 thieves, then head right and up to eliminate this albatross. Proceed through the next arch, continuously firing to take out the next albatross. Angle upward to blast the next thief. Normally this thief is part of the ring section, but this is easier. Eliminate the 2 Yetis as you pass through this ring. Typically the last thief should be near these 2, but I often found it wasn't there. If so, take a small detour to get that thief, then head up for the Yeti and 2 arches. Take a quick shot at any visible birds before boosting through the rings. Take out a bird next to the arch, then another as you enter the cave. Blast the remaining albatrosses and 2 Yetis as you make a U-turn, exiting the cave and heading straight to the lighthouse for the final 2 Yetis. This will earn you the achievement Titanicant? 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 Using the supercharge, we bash through this reinforced wall for an ember egg. Then I run out at an unfortunate time and have to go back for more glow powder and charge up the ramp for the next dark gem. We take out the thief and drawbridge drop-off and head down the path for a light gem before remembering this leads back into Frostbite Village. So, naturally I turn around and head down the other path, which leads right into an ambush. Another furnace gem, and then we slide down this pipe to the royal chamber.
It's colder than a witch's.
I'm on it.
This foxy lady is why we needed to light the boilers. You should have most except one lit by this point, so we'll be back in a moment. Now if you're severely poor at this point in the game, buy a gem multiplier and go to town in the next room. There are a ton of reinforced chests after smashing the dark gem. Speedrunners actually use this spot for quick cash. Gliding to the lower tower leads to an elevator with a bird egg at the top. From there, you can glide to the pipe for a light gem, then finally to the higher tower for the final furnace and another gem. Heading down the final path leads us to a little pole dancing challenge for a Sparx egg and a dark gem, the path of which leads back to the royal chamber.
That's much better. I guess I won't need this portable heater anymore.
For getting everything in Ice Citadel, we get just visiting for our troubles. Wait, where were you keeping that gem?
Last I can take a warm bath. Now if you don't mind, I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Yeah. I'm out of here. Considering how Gloomy Glacier had no dark gems whatsoever, we still have some work to do. I didn't even know this recharge station was even here. Huh. Anyway, the supercharge has opened up a whole new area for us. Heading out into the Mole Village, we do our duty in dashing the dark gem, freeing up the cannon for later use, and later means right now. There's also the most expensive light gem door in the game, blah blah blah, wall grinding, but door achievement. So we head into the ice room. The water kills you, because of course it does. Not as intimidating as it looks though. There's a chest with a tank egg and another dark gem we barely make it to, plus another light gem at the end. Heading back to the spot we got cutscene clobbered before is another light gem. With our new ability, we can finally do this the dev intended way. Up to the switch, the cannon, and to blast that reinforced boulder, before heading down here for the blink egg and going into the newly freed up space to the roundabout cave to smash the final dark gem and get another light gem. Yep, that's it for now. Now it's time to de-purple the sky and head down to Bosstown, USA. Red is absolutely flabbergasted Spyro survived that last cutscene, so he's taken if you want something done, do it yourself to heart. Luckily for us, we've graded enough of his mediocre essays, so we're more than ready to take him on.
Ah, well then, prepare, young dragon, to be taught a lesson or two.
Wait, did we forget to cite our sources? Red is by far my favorite fight in the game. Despite all the attempts, I never really got tired of it. It's just way more engaging than Ineptune ever dreams to be. Normally, you could just use Wing Shield to trivialize his first attack, but this achievement bans Wing Shield entirely. Not that it's an issue, like, at all. Face Red and spam the fire button. This will parry the shots. He will fire exactly 9 volleys, count them, and after the 9th, switch to Water Breath. Now you need to push the TNT with Water Breath to damage him. Be careful, as these crates can just as easily damage you. Much easier to hit him in the side, but you can also hit him at the back. Just maintain your distance, as the TNT will explode prematurely if it collides with his tail. I can easily one-cycle this phase, but don't feel bad if it takes you an extra round. Once you land the 3rd hit, try to switch back to Flame Breath if you can remember. Anyway, Red's attempts at chivalry are met with old man jokes he clearly does not appreciate in the slightest. Now he'll spawn the dogs. Take them out with Flame Breath, being a bit cautious cause they can hit you quite easily. Also move when Red stomps his foot, as, similar to Gnasty Gnork, a rock will spawn directly above your location. No worries though, as the rocks are way more consistent this time around. Once all the dogs are done with, prepare to flame the next 9 shots, then switch back to Water Breath again. I believe it's still possible to one-cycle him here, but it's significantly harder because there's less TNT, and the sucker likes to jump and hover. I usually manage 2 hits by spraying him sometimes, but for safety, just aim to complete this phase in 3 rounds. Red has gotten a severe case of gamer rage, and decides to make it our problem by sending us both to hell. Now, this is where things get a bit sketchy. Of course the reset point is near the end of the fight, why wouldn't it be? Red will chuck a fireball that shrinks the platform, but ignore that and immediately run to the side. He will turn to try and face you. He'll continue for 7 turns. Then he'll pull out his staff and cast ice at you. You might need to turn around and run the other way if you got too close to his other side during the shuffling. Next, you need to hug Red a bit while circling him, as he's slightly faster than you. He'll turn 7 times, and after that, move away from him, but be careful not to fall off the platform. After he stops, I really hope you're in a good spot, because if not, goody, you have to reset now. You should line yourself up in between 2 of the amps on the walls of the arena. This should leave you enough time to react to whatever the lasers do, but it's still sketchy as fuck and ruined most of my runs. After dodging the first set of lasers, when they turn off, you need to move in the direction they are heading. Keep moving when he stomps down again, as another rock fall will occur, and prepare for another 9 shots. Now to hit him. Please, for your own sanity, try to 2-cycle him. Hit him with the first TNT, then spray him and hit him with the other. Being super cautious not to get hit here of all places. Good luck doing the lasers twice, but if you clutch it out, you'll get Seeing Red for defeating him, and Wonder Wingless for doing a hitless and without the wing shield.
You're stronger than I thought. I can't believe I underestimated you.
So Red finally rage quits, breaking his controller in the process. As thanks for freeing her from Red's gaming room, this fairy gives us Ice Breath. Ice Breath is kinda in the same park as Water Breath, as it isn't used as much as it should be. It's only used to make ice poles, but it is quite satisfying to bash through frozen enemies quickly. Anyway, yo, let's get out of here. So Red retreats to his secret volcano lair, and in a stroke of pure, unadulterated genius that couldn't possibly go wrong, the professor decides to head there himself.
Yes, I, being a mole, will dig my way down to Red's lair.
And we, being a dragon with so small wings, apparently have to walk there on foot. Interesting how we are all heading to the same place in different routes. As always, my first move is to head straight for the final tank minigame.
Oh no! Gnorks are storming the beach!
You know, this seems kind of familiar. Technically, this is the hardest tank minigame in casual runs, but honestly, I don't think it's much tougher than anything else we've tackled so far. This isn't even a perfect run either. You just need to make sure the red meter doesn't get halfway. Get good. Hold on to your lead as much as possible. Focus on taking out enemies in the back while you move to eliminate closer threats. Inevitably, some will slip past, and you might have to make a call to ignore a few smaller ones to prevent bigger damage. Intimidating, but not that bad. With one attempt, I got Siege on Stormandy.
Could have done better myself. However, it seems there are slow learners.
And DragonEye 1998 for beating all the tank minigames.
It may seem like the end of the world, but I still have to make a living, yes?
Before doing anything else, I decided to buy out Moneybag's shop entirely, just for the spend achievement.
It is a good choice. Why not buy more?
And I take out that thief under the shop making a ruckus, before heading into the cave to the right of the teleporter, looking to nab that light gem in the back, while I also needlessly collect money for no reason. Moving into the next rooms, I, of course, die like a scrub to the hot floor, and have to do the dreaded walk of shame back to where I was. There are a lot of these idiots shooting at you in here, and I didn't really feel like dealing with that, so I blasted them with lightning balls. These are really the most overpowered thing in the game. Anyway, cool room with a dark gem to 100% Stormy for the worst beach episode ever. Wow, Stormy is short. Molten Mount is what I call the creme de la creme. It's probably the biggest area in the game, a sort of spectacle to behold. For the fire-related enemies here, you'll want to keep either water or ice breath equipped. Water is generally preferred because of its range, but ice is actually more helpful for dealing with both normal and fire enemies.
Please get rid of those rock monsters! Oh, life is bad! I have no one, no home,
So this hyena chick wants us to get rid of the HOA assigned rock monsters in the destroyed village for her. Your breath attacks won't work on them, so you'll have to get into a loop of charging them, dodging, and charging them again until you knock them all over. Do that and you'll get a Sparx egg from her.
I can't keep it! Those monsters destroyed the house! I kept my stuff in! I'm so miserable!
Then how about moving somewhere else? With that side tangent wrapped up, we head over to the Dark Gem, which opens up a new path. But we're suddenly accosted by a pyromancer who summons fire elementals who, strangely, always looked like cowboys to me when I was little. Anyway, nothing some good old water sports. Nothing a good wash can't help us with. Taking out the first set and nabbing the final flame egg at the halfway point, earning that one friend. After getting through Ram Ranch, taking out all the fire elementals, we open the chest for a light gem.
By Jove, Spyro, this heat is tough on me.
Sheesh, you and me, buddy. Is this the hardest Speedway? Nah, it's just like the last one, deceptively small and compact. Honestly, I found learning this route super confusing. Probably the hardest for me to memorize. Not that saying much. It was still under an hour of attempts, really. Starting off, we take out the Phoenix as we turn around. Then nail the Gnork while heading towards the arch. Heading up, blast the next guy, grab the fuel, and take out the 2 Firebirds. Get some pot shots on the 2 targets, then blast off to the next arch on our right. We curve around, take out the middle target and 2 rings before turning around to blast the next target. If you can, take out a bird as you loop around the volcano for another arch, being careful not to get hit by the Gnorks nearby. Then, heading over here, we clear the arch and take a shot at the target as we U-turn to go down the outside path for a ring, an arch, and a guy, before heading up and over the wall for the next target and arch. I take some wild shots, taking out the bird and target, as I head through the bottom arch and follow the ring path for the last target and dip down for the last arch, taking the time to take out the last Firebirds before U-turning again to grab the ring and head alongside the outside to take out the Gnorks before heading over the wall again for the last ring and Gnork. After almost resetting on impulse, I got the...
I'm not a tropical bird, after all. Hold out your hands. There you go, Spyro.
And mission accomplished for completing all the speedways in the game. Heading back to the central area, we take the other path to continue our adventure, entering what I like to call the Cheeto Room, nabbing the light gem in the center before passing by entirely. We've got some tank shenanigans at the collapsed bridge anywho, and no shirtless men can stop us. After taking a long, semi-perilous walk, we grab the light gem and head back to the main path. Wowee, a split path. I wonder where we should go first. The dark gem, because of course. That opens, this room. Frankly, this is a contender for the worst puzzle in the game. You're supposed to hit these switches in a specific order to climb up in time, but the timer is so strict here that it's easier just to wall grind up for the light gem. Heading down the other path leads us into lumber storage and another split path. We take the dead end, of course, bagging another egg thief. Continuing on, we bash down this inconspicuous wall crack for a chest containing a light gem, and bash down another one a few steps down for the last ember egg, gaining crazy ex-girlfriend for completing the set. Egads, a pointless cross-section! What will we do? The last star gem of the area lets us 100% Molten Mount for a warm welcome. I find Magma Falls to be the awkward middle child of the realm. Forgettable until you enter it and you're like, oh, it's that level. It's split up into 2 parts, top and bottom, starting at the top. Taking a right at the crossroads leads us to Crackling Cave, as well as a tank egg behind a boarded area. Continuing farther in is a small challenge area containing a light gem. Yep, that's everything in Magma Falls top. The rest is actually in the final ball gadget. You'll probably die a lot here, especially if you want to get everything, but that's of no consequence really. First, go right for a Sparx egg. Then hit the target, jump over another set of Gnorks, head right and immediately jump over the cart, and leap for the light gem. Hit another target down the track and go left for a Byrd egg and let yourself explode. Then head down the other way for a light gem. In the chains of lava at the bottom of the falls is another dark gem along the main path, and a chest light gem as well further down. Another light gem in the pyromancer room. After slowly trailing this guy for no discernible reason, we enter Sparx Can Fly. I wonder why this shop is called that.
Spyro, you'll never fit into that crack.
Wow, very body positive of you, Sparx. I can argue that this might be the easiest Sparx minigame. Sure, hard mode adds fireballs and falling rocks at the start, but the level is so short that a quick restart at the beginning won't affect you. It's just a long hallway with a mini-boss at the end of it. Sure, it will shoot at you, but its projectiles are so slow and seldom shot that it's not an issue. You don't even need to beat it either. Thinking of it now, this minigame feels a bit rushed. Anyway, after a quick jaunt, Sparx flew hard.
You know, it's a good thing I can fit into those gaps, or you'd never get all the dragon eggs or light gems you need.
Oh, and again, who gave Sparx a voice actor? After that lukewarm outro to our favorite Dragonfly fiend, bashing through this boarded off section leads us to an egg thief, and the achievement for hundoing magma balls. After some quick, or actually slow platforming, leads us into the mines. Yay. My mine obsession and OSHA violations aside, Dark Ice Mines is... Wait a minute. Dark Mines is more of a puzzle-orientated level than anything. Heading past the mine mouth, it's called an adit you git, is a light gem door, the amount needed of which we have surpassed some time ago, and the opening of which leads to the dark dungeon. It actually leads to the miner's secret source of Mountain Dew, where a light gem and a Sparx egg is hiding under its depths. Back on the main path is a light gem chest. By the way, you should use lightning breath here, as it takes out everything, even the bear traps. Maybe that's why Minibags is hiding nowadays. Heading to Hidden Depths is a big room filled with some annoying laser guys I take out via zappy balls. A light gem up top as well as a chest containing a blink egg. Coming across the Pew Pew room, we take out all the turrets to get at the dark gem to continue on to... Oh no, it's Blink.
Normally, I'd be freaking out right now, desperate to get underground. But for some reason, I don't feel that bad.
Maybe that's because you're already underground.
The trend of the final minigames being easy ends here, I'm afraid. I highly recommend you have both the Sparx health upgrade and the butterfly jar in the pocket before attempting this, as there is no chance to ever get any health, and this is a long one as well. After riding the moving wall, make your way towards the top dark gem, but seeing as we have no explosives yet, take a leap to the right, aiming to land on the raised platform. Chuck an explosive at the gem, then another at the wall to open the first platforming section, which is obnoxious. You might have to fisticuff the spiders if they are too close while you sit tight to jump. It's practically required to wait for the platforms to head towards you, as attempting to rush without a clear path will likely lead to a horrible failure and a lengthy replay. You can take out the spiders via pill bombs, but do keep in mind you need to conserve them, so you're probably better off getting up close and personal. Get in range and back off if you want to take out all three of these. Otherwise, take out just one and toss a grenade at the gem up there. Ride the lift back up to the start and then back towards the first dark gem up top. Take the time to bomb all 3 spiders and the wall, then take out the next 2, leaving you room to double jump max toss a pill at the far dark gem. Head back to refill before riding another platform up. Don't be afraid to use your explosives here, as you'll have to loop back around anyway. Take out the dark gem and hop onto the ledge, tossing a pill to break the wall. After breaking another wall, jump on the moving platform and jump towards the center for another dark gem. Ignore the digging spot as it leads to a no-good platforming section that will probably kill you in 7 different ways with only its bare hands. You should be able to ignore the spiders while riding the platform, but to be safe, just wait on the side where they are not. Jump down here and double jump away from the other spiders, hopefully not getting hit in the process. Refill bombs, go back up, wall jump to the next part, and fight your way through this one spider into the next room. Now we're at the top of this horrible platforming room. Be very careful here as you don't want to waste another 10 minutes getting back here. Platform your way over to the other side. Don't worry about these 2, they don't shoot. Jump on the moving platform to go down, taking out the 2 grubs before blasting the dark gem. Now head back the way you came and carefully jump down to the last dark gem. For the love of everything, don't panic at the spiders like I did. Spam ground pounds if they are bullying you and toss a pill at the last dark gem. Now if you persisted and got distracted by your cat near the end, yes, this is important for morale, you'll get diamond in the rough. And you'll miss him for completing every Blink minigame.
That'll be everything for now.
After our business is finished, we schmoove down the elevator and snag the last tank egg below the platform for peak 2013 game design. Then we come into a big open room with wowee, another actual use for ice breath. Wow! With the light gem down below and oh my god guys, he's coming right for us! Miner's drop? Another big puzzle room with the final bird egg next to the shop, gaining us who wants to re-enlist. Not me.
I am here to relieve you of the burden.
Hit switch down below, race to the top with seesaws. Seems familiar. He's just standing there, menacingly! Oh dude, what are you shooting at? Stop it! Anyway, this is another puzzle room with a light gem you could do normally or just wall grind for, I think. Anyway, the final dark gem is here, earning us got a light. Huh? A high-tech laboratory? Neato. I wonder who owns it. Oh. I guess this is Flame, a hero's tale now. Starting in Celestial Show, Flame's lab is mostly just a center room with branching paths all leading into dead ends, and we have to enter all of them for the rest of the dark gems as well as the other stuff. So I guess I will be starting counterclockwise. Heading through some simple rooms, we end up running down a conveyor via invincibility.
110-110-110-110-110-110-101. Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else.
Hold on. This is either gibberish or it means shit in Korean. What? A light gem awaits up top the wall hop. This also leads back to the start of the conveyor and conveniently near the door we ignored. Youch! These laser enemies are everywhere now. Nothing a good lightning ball won't take out for us. After Resident Eviling out of the laser section, we head to pre-production, the end of the line for this branch, and a dark gem for our troubles. Teleporting back, we head to the next door. Oh yeah, the egg thief. Heading down the next branch, ambush. Nah. Anyway, the last blink egg is guarded by some more laser goons I take out via lightning ball, because lazy. We totally didn't forget this guy, we swear.
I hate the way the master treats us.
Hey, watch your tone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
That's what I thought. Taking a sneaky moving platform up, we do a small laser challenge again to earn a light gem. Ah, the shop pad near the end of the line again. First we pole dance up here for the light gem, then complete the time puzzle to smash the dark gem. Ambush again! You aren't really trying anymore, are you, Debs? Ah, back to start. Nope, we're saving this door for last. Skip to the next one. Oh no, another annoying archer. What will we do? Just go get the light gem already. Well, there's our final dark gem locked behind another time challenge, this time with lasers again. Cracking this one earns us the title of Dark Master. Hey look, a furnace only used like once in the game! Neat! Light gem, yummy! Grab this pole to charge the platforms, and glide over to the unstable platform and fall for— oh god, that's a lot of achievements. DD for Hundoing Flames Lab, Ashes to Ashes for Hundoing the Realm, and Sidekick's Day to Shine for completing the Sparx egg set. Okay, we got all the dark gems, so we can go defeat Red now, but Flame's too tired, and Spyro is still a little indisposed. And now we find our peacefully pink Ember. Girl, what the hell are you doing in that fruitcake's bed? Ember is still on that engagement ring quest, and we have some cleanup to do anyway, so let's get to it. At the start of the swamp is that reinforced door we couldn't open before, and now we can break down for a light gem. Heading into the Forgotten Temple, we activate the arcs to open the door, and Mr. Vile will be pleased to know that we got the egg thief out of the temple. Remember that door in Dragonfly Falls? I bet you do. We can open it for always check behind the waterfall. Quite solid, if not obvious advice. Secret area. Oh, secret area. Give a round of applause for the best shop name in the game. Whoop-de-doo! Oh, neat. Enemies that only show up once in the game. Why does this level have so many of those? Good job, Ember, you just extinct an endangered species. Well, the egg thieves should consider themselves also extinct, considering this is the last one. How did we get here? There's a light gem behind this broken wall in this bat cave. The last to Hundo Dragonfly Falls, in fact. But where does the dragonfly fall? Anyway, as they say, viva la vida. We got business in Cloudy Domain. To be more detailed, the Elder's homestead for another reinforced door we break down for an egg. Then we head over near Sergeant Byrd's area, and head under here and wall jump up to the light gem with our head in the clouds. We earn Found Cities. Alright, last detour. Back to Frostbite Village for that 95 gem door. This is where we hide the rations. What do you mean this looks like the worst place to store rations? Anyway, the last dragon egg is over to the far right in this chest, earning Up Close and Personal and Spyro, the next generation. Heading left this time. Wow, how savage that death was. Dang. Yeah, taking no chances this time. Heading to the end of the path leads us to an open area with a strangely pointless puzzle and invincible diving ice pool, of which neither leads to the last light gem. It's actually at the end of these platforms. Strange room altogether. Oh good, we have a 3-4 again. Earning Mr. Deeds would be proud. Did you just reuse an achievement name? The Great Outdoors? And Let There Be Light. Gems. Now that this side quest cleanup is done, Amber can ride off into the sunset or something. Heading down into the door we skipped last time is the door to the final boss. Yay! The professor's genius idea of going after Red went awry, so he forced him to become Dr. Robotnik and turn all the Gnorks into badniks.
Oh, Spyro. I seem to have made things a lot worse.
In the middle of trying to escape with the professor, Red had expected this, and is cruising for a bruising like we are.
Yeah, whatever.
We could totally perfect you again, dude.
Ah, poor naive Spyro. You obviously don't know that I always get my way.
What do you mean by that? Anyway, lightly tripping Red into the wall causes him to get shocked and turn into a badnik himself. But don't worry, the professor's got another plan.
I've got him!
Wow, you have a bad track record today, don't you? So, Mecha Red. This is so difficult, you guys. You can't even begin. This is the easiest boss in the game. Still, I can't seem to avoid choking at the end of the fight, it seems, however. First, he'll spit these hush puppies. You could destroy them with electric breath, but I'd rather run away. Jump and dodge the falling debris. It falls in 2 patterns, so when you get ahead of it, you should be good to go. Now the eye lasers. They are kind of weird as they are faster than you, so just run and jump around it. I think you could go under it, but I didn't test that. When Red becomes a real boy again is the time to attack. Flame the rockets, you know the drill. You might have to cycle again if you're too slow though. More hush puppies and falling debris on phase 2. After it stops falling, keep charging. This flame attack can be dodged every time by just charging to the side. Electric breath charge the amps. You might have to cycle again this time, actually. After another volley of hush puppies and debris, keep charging to dodge the first set of missiles. Stop and charge in the other direction Red is facing to dodge the next set, and change directions again to dodge the last one. Okay, now for the final part. This can catch you off guard, of course near the end of the fight as well. If said target spawns close to you, maybe you could get away with taking a quick smack to it, but if not, run around waiting for an opening when you get to the target. That being said, you might have to do this twice, because the archers take their sweet ass time shooting Red. After getting around the annoying end part, we get Dragon vs. Machine for beating the final boss, and Dragon Rage against the Machine for doing it hitless.
I fixed the machine, Spyro, so hold on. I'll finish him off.
Oh, wait, yes, you're turning him into a kaiju. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, now you're doing it right. Now Red is a tiny, strange little man, and Spyro wants to crush him.
Why? Are you afraid of me now?
Damn. Spyro, I was only kidding about the creepypasta stuff. At least the professor is more sensible. Or maybe not.
He doesn't deserve to get off that easy.
So he keeps Red like a firefly in a jar while the game closes out. But wait, there's more! For 100%ing the game, we get a crappy post-ending sequence of the whole game just being a game on the TV the elders are watching. Not even a t-shirt? This isn't worth it, is it? But you know what is? Mastering Spyro: A Hero's Tale.
Perhaps we should just turn off the TV for a while.
Another mastery under my belt. It has been interesting to say the least. Took a while to get this one out. To be fair, I'm always busy during July and October. Not that's an excuse, really, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching and all that. Oh, and I already mastered and recorded another game, so hopefully that will come out sooner than this one, but no promises. Hey, what's that? Oh no.